Hello, provocateurs. I hope you all are doing well. I'm gonna make this video on it's a general video on accusers and the accused. Um, it's it's not dealing with any particular case or celebrity. It's just a general video on accusers and the accused. Because with like a lot of the recent events, I am kind of bothered by a lot of the recent events and recent accusations of famous individuals. And I just wanted to make this video and because a lot of stuff I'm seeing is just, it kind of irks me a little bit. With all these times that an accuser comes out and accuses someone, especially a famous person or celebrity, it kind of it kind of irks me in a way because it's like the public instantly gravitates to the person, the accuser. And I can understand that a little bit, the accuser story, they have some real, sometimes, how can I put it? Emotional stories and some traumatic stories even. And, the empathy, you want to just give it and show them empathy for their story. But no one ever looks at it from the aspect of, is this accuser actually telling the truth? Because anyone can make up a story, and I'm not accusing anyone of making up stories. That I just want to dispel that. But anyone can actually make up a story. They could be at their house and just make up this story, or some people can just dream episodes that are just so vivid and graphic that it's believable. But that doesn't being graphic and believable doesn't necessarily make it true. So I just want to say that, because accusers, as the accused are, no matter how famous they are, they're all human. And as humans, we're all susceptible to lying. And so I just want to keep that in mind. Let's go there. And then for people who say they always want to believe the victim, that irks me too, because we don't know, we haven't been able to figure out yet, in most cases, who the victim actually is. Because if the accuser is the actual victim, yes, I agree with you. Let's figure that out if they're actually victims. Because if they're lying, then that would make the accused, no matter how famous or how much of a celebrity they are, that would make them the victim. So first of all, we have to discern who the victim actually is in these situations. So, and a lot of times, the public doesn't allow that to happen. They automatically take the side of the accuser that they're telling the truth, and that might not necessarily be true. Now, let me get further on the accuser. Anytime I hear that accuser comes out and they're attempting to make a financial agreement so they won't spill their truth of their victimization, it kind of raises a red flag to me. If you are a true victim of a heinous crime, when do you sit up and negotiate with the person who you're alleging that committed this heinous crime upon you, a financial agreement to not come out and talk about the heinous crimes they committed against you? I mean, really? Where's that at? What is that? I mean, what is that? Why not pursue them criminally? Now, I understand that sometimes the statute of limitations have passed, and I understand all of that. And the spiel that a lot of people give of why these accusers want to go to civil court, which is about money. The reward is monetary. Why they want to go to civil court than pursue a criminal prosecution. It's just they want accountability. They want the accused to take accountability for the crimes they committed against them. But if that's the case, why is so many of these accusers so willing to take a financial agreement from the accused, from the person they allege that victimized them, for their quote unquote silence? without even the perpetrator admitting to the crimes that they're committed against them, taking no accountability at all. So how is them, the accusers, how is that getting the perpetrator, the alleged perpetrator, to take accountability for the crimes they committed against them, against the accuser, if one of your leading negotiating points in that agreement is not them taking accountability for the crimes they committed against you? Make that make sense. That doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, I'm gonna just go on. I'm just gonna go on away from that. But that's one thing that just doesn't make sense to me. So that gives me the sense that they might have been only in it for the money. If you're gonna not go forth with your alleged truth because of monetary reward from alleged perpetrator that you said did heinous crimes against you, when that celebrity or famous person more than likely has way more than what they're selling for. So they not only go on with their lives, their reputation, their profession, making grand amount of money for the little money they threw at you. It might be big money to the accuser, but it's a small change mostly to that celebrity or famous person. And for them to still claim that you just wanted money and they never did anything and this and that. So where is the level of justice that the accusers are getting? That's what I want to know. And a lot of people will say, well, if the accused actually didn't do it, why would they financially settle? Well, I'll give you a reason they'll settle. That accused normally has more things to lose. Anything, he loses reputation. He or she, they base their living on their reputation. They make money off their public image. And the more that this rhetoric spills about them, whether it's true or untrue, it damages their ability to make money. And also the family aspect. Some of them have husband and wives and children, and they're getting hurt with this rhetoric that's going on about them. Whether it's true or not true, the hurt is still real. And like I said, it's very, I can believe that it got to be very hurtful, because the actual victim is almost a seesaw, because we as the public most likely don't even know who the actual victim is, whether it's the accuser or the accused. We need to discern truth from untruth in these cases, in these situations. But a lot of times the general public, most of the general public don't allow that to come to be. I mean, and a lot of times, we place a lot of faith in the court system. The court system in itself is not always right, and it's not always correct. They have got cases wrong all the time. So so we don't want to. I can understand from that standpoint. A lot of people don't want to go to court because the court system can get things wrong. They can get things wrong. It's not a perfect system. But so I just wanted to make the video on that and just say that when an accuser comes out, I just don't like how most of the general public just jumps on their side like they're telling the truth, because they may not be telling the truth. And I want to get on another thing about the anonymity of the accuser. The anonymity of the accuser is only for us, the general public. The accused and their lawyers normally know who the accuser is. They normally are aware of the name of their accuser. That's their right to know who's accusing them. They have a right. The defendant has a right, or the accused have a right to know who they're being accused by. So most likely the accused and their lawyers know who the accuser is. They know the identity of the accuser. So them being anonymous, the accusers being anonymous, and Jane Doe's is normally for the public facade, the general public, us. So I just want to clear that up. But yeah, I just want to make this video, and like I said, I'm not making an assertion on anyone's credibility or lack thereof. I'm just saying that I'm just saying that let's let things play out and let's view these type of situations on a grander scale. You know, you got to look at it on a grander scale. I just it just bothers me, and I just want to make a video on that. You know, I just hope that that truth in all these situations come to the forefront, and we know more, and we see more, and we can gather what's going on. And if a accused is actually guilty of the crimes that they're alleged to be guilty of, let them face the consequences of their actions. But I think the accuser, if they've if it comes to the conclusion that the accuser is lying, they should face some consequences as well, because they have caused damage to the accuser's reputation. And if they've caused heartache and pain and all this on that person who they accused and his or her family. So that accuser shouldn't just walk away. If they're deemed to be untruthful in their accusations, they should face some consequences. They shouldn't just go scot-free. That's all I'm saying on that. So with that, I'm going to end the video right here. Please feel free to like, share, and comment on this video. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. After subscribing, please click that little notification bell in order to be notified of any new uploads. I am out on this one. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. One love. Stay safe.